Oh my God, he said the word, the N word.
Okay, he's black. Who gives a shit?
But I am highly offended by it.
Too f***ing bad.
If you missed UFC 290 out of Las Vegas this past Saturday night, you missed a great event. There was all kinds of entertainment happening in the ring, outside the ring, before the fights, after the fights. It was simply amazing. What you're seeing on your screen right now is a little dust up, one of those pre-fight hype that you always see, where Israel, the fighter from Nigeria, and Dricus, the fighter from South Africa, went at it pretty hard, drumming up support and drumming up engagement for their next fight. It got pretty nasty. Israel said some words that were not suitable for work. And then after the fight, some stupid woke reporter who was at a fighting event decided to ask Dana White a question about the bravado that goes on between two fighters. What an idiot. Take a look at this.
You know, I know you say, hey, this is the fight business. People say nasty things, right? But the tension between those two and kind of the racial undertones and all those things, how do you...
What were the racial undertones?
Dricus says he's the real African fighter, and so, you know, Israel dropped some N-words in there tonight.
So what was the racial? Who did? Who dropped the
This guy is so caught up right now. He doesn't know what to do. He's being confronted directly by Dana White, who's like, what are you talking about, dude? It was the black guy who was saying all the, quote, racial stuff.
Israel was saying over and over, yeah.
He's black.
50 N-bombs.
Okay, he's black. Who gives a shit?
I was going to say...
Oh, my gosh. At that point, the guy should have just said, never mind, and walked away. I just love this display of unfettered masculinity, followed up by a huge dose of, we don't give a shit, okay? That's what we need more of in America today. People were just willing to say, we don't give a shit. We're tired of you people.
Okay, so you don't have any concern about the way the build-up, the tension between those two?
I could care less. This is the fight business.
This is the fight business. So, I'm telling you, Israel said some really nasty words to Dricus, and they were going back and forth, and he did drop the N-word. The black guy dropped the N-word like 5 or 6 times, and this reporter is trying to make this some sort of racial thing, and Dana White's like, I'm not having it. I don't really care what you think.
Israel on a song, you can say whatever you want to say. Who gives a shit? Why, are people bitching about that?
Some people.
Of course they are. Oh, all right.
People bitching about it? Of course they are. F&A. That guy was the only guy bitching about it. I didn't see anybody else bitching about what went on in the ring during their little interchange. Yeah, he went a little over the top, but the black guy was the one who said the N-word, not the white guy. So why would you be asking Dana White, the promoter, the owner of UFC, what do you think about these guys doing this kind of nasty talk? I think you need to grow a pair, dude. That's what I wish he had said. You need to grow a pair. Who cares? F it. These are two men getting ready to fight. Understand what these guys are doing. They're getting ready to fight. The testosterone level is here. They're getting ready to beat each other's face in, and you're worried about some words that might have been offensive. Well, if that was offensive, if what Israel said to Dricus was offensive, then I'm sure that reporter found this offensive. So before the fight began, before anything kicked off, before the entire card began, something happened where, basically it looked like a huge celebrity was walking into the arena. And this huge celebrity was none other than, well, I'll just let you watch the reception that this huge celebrity got as he walked into the ring. Let's take a look at it. So the lights are going off. The fans are going absolutely crazy. It's like, I don't know, like a Guns N' Roses show or something. This is amazing. Everybody's up on their feet. They're clapping. The arena is filled to the rafters. Everybody is screaming, who could it be? Who could it be? Who's coming out the tunnel here? And they're waiting just to get a glimpse of who this massive star is that'll be walking out this tunnel. So obviously out comes the entourage before the guy. They're all coming out. The cameras are in front of him. And let's see who it is as they start coming towards to seat this person. I start to see a little bit. I see there he is. Donald J. Trump arrives at UFC 290 to a rock star applause. Everybody's there shaking his hands. He's just kissing babies, pressing palms, and it's just amazing. The cameras can't get enough of him. This man is in his element, doesn't look worried at all. And every celebrity that was there, in terms of Guy Fieri, Mark Wahlberg, they're all just going nuts here with a chance to see Donald J. Trump. Then, this is going to be very interesting. These guys sitting here are taking pictures of him, trying to get nice shots of him. Camera's panning. People are still standing up. And then watch what happens here. This is what really, really freaked out the media. All day today, on just about every news channel, they were freaked out about this, about what's about to happen right in front of you. He's talking to Dana White. Dana White sits down. Now watch Trump see somebody. He sees somebody. He goes over. He shakes his hand. Boom, right there. That is none other than Mr. Joe Rogan, the man with the biggest podcast in the world, the one that every one of us YouTubers looks to aspire to. This guy's got 100 million plus people who listen to him. So right now, that photograph, that video right there freaked people out to no end, because now they know. They thought at one point that he and Rogan had some differences, but they don't have any differences. They're not. Can you imagine with Elon Musk at Twitter, and with, Tucker now on Twitter, and with Joe Rogan, possibly, who knows if Trump goes on Joe Rogan's show at this point, what could happen? What could we be seeing happen in front of us? And this all started Saturday at UFC 290. So I'm going to let this video continue, because it's really interesting what happens next. So as he's talking, pressing palms, talking to Joe Rogan, heads back to his seat, the fighters begin to jump over the octagon fence and come to see Trump. Check this out. This is going to be Dreykus jumping over the wall pretty soon here. He was one of like 5 or 6 fighters that came out and said, I got to shake hands. I got to press palms with Donald J. Trump at UFC 290. What an awesome event. Pretty much just blew everybody away. UFC 290 was incredible, absolutely incredible, and it was topped off by the American badass himself, Donald Trump, walking out to that kind of ovation, where even the fighters and Joe Rogan himself came up to him and shook hands. You can't deny it, people. I know it's going to piss some people off. Barry, how dare you put this out there? Get used to it. There's going to be more. As we get closer to 2024, yeah, this is what Barry's all about. So you might as well know, mask is off. I don't really care at this point. I'm a conservative. I'm a Christian man. And I'm not afraid to say it. And more coming. Definitely more coming. UFC was awesome. I don't know if you can buy it on demand afterwards, but if you're just interested in the fights, go ahead and buy it. Talk to you soon.